Yo! Alright, here we go. We got another tutorial. This one is on the underhanded transfer, which looks like this. So there it is. Here's a slow-mo. Alright, so this move, we'll get right into it. This move can be done with either handle, with either hand. So I'm going to start with the bite handle on my dominant hand, because it's going to be easier, because you're more used to dealing with the bite handle on your dominant hand. And you're just going to hold the handle and let the blade hang down like that, maybe like horizontally-ish. And what you're going to do, so you got your hand holding the knife, palm down, you're going to take your other hand and put it on top of that hand, palm up. What you're going to do, you're going to swing the other handle up into your open palm. This is kind of like the other transfer tutorial we did. You should probably learn that one first. I'll put a link in the description. Anyways, so you got the knife hanging down like this, palm up, and you fling the other handle into your hand. Now, what you're going to do, you're going to grab the handle that you catch. You're going to release with the other hand. This part is sort of weird. What you're going to do is you're going to flip the other handle over, and if you just let it go, it's going to, of course, slam into your hand, which is not what you want, because if you have the sharp side of the blade, you're going to get cut. So let's cover that one more time here. So you're grabbing the handle, palm up, flip it into your hand, switch hands. What you're going to do is as you flip it over, you're going to move the knife as the other handle is falling. You're going to move it downwards, and you're going to internally rotate your hand. So you can see, like, external rotation is that way. You're going to internally rotate your hand towards your body. So what that looks like, I'll show you what that looks like. So you're going to go sort of like that, and at the same time you're going to move your hand downwards. So you see kind of what happened there? What happened was, because I moved my hand down a little bit, and because I internally rotated, what happened is the blade didn't touch my finger, so I didn't get cut, basically, is what happened. Of course, this is the safe handle, so it's easy to practice with. But, yeah, so you're going to, as it's falling, you're going to drop your hand and internally rotate as much as possible. So, of course, I'm exaggerating a lot there, right? You can stick your hand way out there and put it way down, and you're never going to get cut. And as you practice it, you'll see what happens. Anyway, so let's continue. Grab the handle, up into your hand, switch hands, downwards and internally rotate. Now you're back where you started, right? Except with the other hand. So you're going to take your hand back, put it on top of your, fling the other handle up. Now this one's the bite handle, right? So you got to be careful. Your hand that you leave usually just goes to my chest, usually. So bring it back to my chest. This one again, the handle's going to go down and internally rotate. So the handle ends pointing like straight down like that, so it's not going to come up and cut you. This will take a little while to get used to. So when you're first practicing this move, right, it's going to look very stilted. You know what I mean? It's going to be very stop and go, whatever. And then as you get used to this downwards and internally rotating motion, you're going to get better and better at knowing how much you have to move downwards and how much you have to internally rotate to make it so it just barely misses your finger and it'll look very smooth, right? So, and then another thing too is instead of letting it hit your finger and then doing this like stilted handle swap, you actually just bring the handle up, and before you even catch it, you just release the handle and you catch it in the air. So it's like almost like it is a mini aerial. So when you get really smooth, it becomes a series of mini aerials like that. Yeah, so this will just take practice, and it'll just take coordination, basically, and eventually you will get it. Okay, now, what you can do is if you want to switch which handle you are flinging. So, for example, this hand, I've got my right hand's holding the safe handle, my left hand's holding the bite handle. If you want to switch which hand you're grabbing with which handle, so say instead I want to grab the bite handle with my right hand and the safe handle with my left hand, what you can do is you just do the throw and the catch with the same hand. So the way that looks is you grab with the bite handle, you fling it in the air, and then you catch the safe handle. And it comes down and around, and you continue the move. So I'll show that right quick. Let's see if I can do it. Yeah, so there we go. So I just switched handles. I don't know if you can see that right. There you go. So you see I just switched handles from, now I've got the bite handle in my left hand, and, whoops. And now I've got the bite handle in my right hand. Just like that. Moving on. So that's basically the main move here, and there's a lot of different reasons you would do this, basically. So the obvious one, right, is if you're just going to switch hands. So say if you're doing a set of right-handed tricks, whatever you're doing, you can all of a sudden you can switch, and now you're doing left-handed stuff, right? You can do whatever you want to do with your left hand. Or you can just do it as just a cool move, right? So you can do right-handed tricks, do 2 transfers, and you're back to doing right-handed tricks again, right? So that's just the basic use of it. There's also a lot of different advanced applications I'm going to cover now. So if you're new to flipping, you can watch these, but just don't pay too much mind to them. I'm going to cover these probably later when I do actual tutorials on them. Let's get right into it. Firstly, is you can do the full aerial underhand transfer. So the way that works, I'll see if I can show it here. Okay, let's see. Let's go. So what you're going to do, right? You do the transfer, and instead of doing this little maybe quarter rotation, what you do is you do a full. So you saw it. See that? I did a full aerial there. That was good. Let's see if I can do it the other side. Whatever. Anyways, you saw the full aerial. You get how that works. There's also catch chaplains, which is an advanced tutorial. It's going to come later. But if you want to do a reverse catch chaplain, the best way to get into it is through the underhand transfer. I'm just going to show that right now. I'm probably not even going to really talk about it until the next tutorial, but you'll just see what it looks like. So here we go. Yeah, so basically what you're going to do, you're going to want to get, usually if you're going to do the catch chaplain with your right hand, you're going to want to get the safe handle, or the bite handle in your left hand. And you're going to be doing some of these transfers here, like so. And you're going to throw the safe handle up, and instead of course, catching it, you're going to put your finger out and catch it in a reverse chaplain, and do a reverse chaplain. So let's see if I can show that. So there you go. So that was it. The catch chaplain, so that's the main things. There's the catch chaplain, there's the full aerial underhand transfers. You can also do, let's see if I can do just a regular aerial, so you can just do, you can turn it into a aerial, just basic reverse aerial, sure. There's lots of different aerials you can do. See that? I caught it underhand. There's tons of different stuff you can do. You can play around with it. Lots of advanced applications. This is a really great move. Looks cool. Not too hard. Really improves your bite handle dexterity. It's good stuff. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.